Hello once again, Internet people. This is KMeatballs playing on the Mystic Horizon server. Feed the Beast, Direwolf 20-pack 1.6.4. As you can see, I've started to expand out my tree farm a little bit. We've put the upgrade tin, which increases the radius another 3 for the planter and the harvester. And I'm about to hit some backlog here, I think. Yes, because I was in the middle of moving this chest. So if I drop it down there, as you can see... Oh, no, you can't see yet. There we go. As you can see, I've moved the planter out because the radius has been increased with the tin upgrade. I had to kind of manually plant some stuff for a while and leave this disconnected because since we had a larger field, the oak saplings were kind of scarce. So not anymore. Taking care of that. And let's take a look. It actually also caught one of the rubber trees that was just right outside my base too. So it'll tend to do that. So let's take this down. I'm sure I had an axe in there somewhere that would have made that a lot faster, but oh well. And if I put this dirt down, planter should come along and momentarily and plant it. So what we want to do today is what I was talking about yesterday. There it goes. Now that we have it a little bit larger here, I want to kind of automate this. Because it's collecting oak wood and it's collecting apples, and that's all well and good, but what I really need is charcoal. Right now I'm powering this with coal. I should probably power it with charcoal, so let's swap it out there. Actually, I'm going to need the charcoal too, so let's put the coal back in. Derp. So, what do we want to do? We want to take just the oak wood out of here, and we want to create a buffer of charcoal. Right now, we don't really care too much about the wood. It's more about having the charcoal available for use for powering things. So, how do we do that? Well, there's many different ways you can do that. With the materials I have on hand, I've thought of what I think is a relatively ingenious way of doing it. I don't think I put that in the right place. So, let's see here. Oh, dropped a sapling. But the planter should replant it if I don't get to it first. There we go. All right. So, what do we need to do? We need to feed items. We can use an iron furnace, or we can feed items into the iron furnace, and we can feed from the side or the top with the items we want processed, and from the bottom for items we want, let's say, to be burned, right? So, what's the best way to do this? I think I'm just going to drop it down here. This is where we're going to put the furnace. Now, the items we want to process, we are going to... I'm going to put a transfer node here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... Oh, that's not right. See, it's putting it into the bottom. So what I need to do is I need to go down from the top on this thing. So... I'm also trying to figure out an efficient design that looks kind of nice here, but I think what I might just have to do is go on the top and use a couple of... Oh, no, not those. Come on. Use a couple of pipes. And hopefully what that'll do is that'll load into the top. Yes, okay. Oh, we're accidentally burning some, but that's okay. Because I don't want to burn the wood directly. I want to use charcoal. So... we're creating charcoal here, and we will output this to a chest. So, I'm going to... Once again, I still haven't finished building the floor entirely, so I'm kind of hovering around in bat mode here. Everything that comes out of this thing, I want put into the chest. So, I'm going to go out from here. And we will drop I'm going to drop an iron. How much charcoal do we need? I'm going to just use a normal sized chest because I don't want too much, I don't think. Well, I'm eventually going to want tons, but, I also do want wood at some point early on, so we can always change this around. Now, what I also want to do is I want to take any items out of here. And I made this a lot more compact before I messed with the design here, but it's okay. We can afford to waste some of these pipes. They're actually relatively cheap. And do that. So what this is going to do, and where am I stuck? I'm stuck underground. Let's get out of here. Okay. So what this is going to do is it's going to create charcoal and actually feed itself charcoal in which to burn more items. Now, the only other thing that you got to watch for here is I'm going to guess this is bound up with apples, because the apples can't go into the furnace. So how do we fix that? Well, we're going to take some charcoal, and we are going to use this item filter, which I was talking about last episode but didn't wind up using. So if I right-click on the item filter, we get a list here. And if I click on it, it's kind of like a pipe, like a diamond pipe, where it makes a copy. It notes the item, but it doesn't actually use the item. So I put the charcoal in the filter here, and if you look, it now says item filter charcoal. That's entirely wrong, because I don't want charcoal. I want oak wood. So I'm going to put oak wood in here. And now the item filter says oak wood. So I'm going to right click on here, and I'm going to put the item filter in here. So what this should do is this will only extract oak wood from this chest. And that's important. So that way this node doesn't get bound up with apples in it. The apples get to stay in here. The oak wood will get processed. And if I dump all of that in there, you'll see that the node is taking oak wood and dumping it into the furnace. The furnace is happily going along and burning the oak wood, turning it into charcoal. Charcoal gets stored here very temporarily and gets dumped back into here to fuel the furnace. Now, what's going to eventually happen here? Well, you'll see the charcoal will eventually fill up, and there's more charcoal produced that is required to run this iron furnace. So this will eventually get backed up, so this transfer node will have a little bit of buffer in it, but it won't be pulling out of this chest anymore. This chest will fill up with charcoal. The chest, once the chest is filled up with charcoal, this transfer node will back up, and this iron furnace will basically also, it'll also fill up with oak wood, which will make this transfer node fill up with oak wood, which means I'm eventually going to start getting oak wood just stored in here. So early game, this is actually a relatively painless way of keeping this running. The only other thing that I need to do is this steam dynamo obviously needs to continue to receive charcoal. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to take another, actually I can do this right here. I'm going to take this transfer pipe, and I'm going to run it. How do I run it over there? Because I've got the aqueous accumulator right below it. I'm going to do that. And we're going to do that. And that. There is a way to stop that from attaching to this, but this doesn't have an inventory, so we're actually okay. I'm going to run it over here, around the water source, and attach it there. So what this will eventually do, once this furnace backs up, because I believe it's going to search, I'm not sure which direction it's going to search first, actually, to be honest with you. Well, what it will eventually do is it'll fill up both machines with charcoal, so that way, you don't have to ever worry about filling this dynamo up again. I'm actually going to take the charcoal, I'm going to take the coal out of here and see what happens. So what do we have? We have 31 charcoal here. So we got another one. Are we going to get 32? Nope, it went down to 30 and back to 31. So it's going to fill the furnace first. That's not ideal, because obviously you'd want to keep this running more than anything. And I honestly, what you really need to do is you need to have a furnace running off of RF powered by this. But right now we're not doing centralized power systems at this point. We're just kind of generating the power where we need it. And once we you know, once we're at the quarry level where we have infinite supplies, then we'll make the superpower room with all the generation, and you know, that should work out pretty well. So let's speed this up a little bit. I'm just gonna bone meal some of these things. Come on, there we go. So all this is actually running pretty good. Now the sludge here, the sludge is what it is it's leftovers from the harvester. The harvester generates sludge as it processes. It actually doesn't matter if this tank gets filled up. Fluid.mfr.liquid.sludge.still. I guess that's got to be cleaned up a little bit. But what do we need? We need a sludge boiler. Now, what the sludge boiler does, if I remember correctly, is it runs and it takes sludge, and all it does is turn that sludge into items. And actually, those items can be relatively useful. The last base I built using mud bricks that I built out of sludge from my tree farm. So I'm going to put the coal back in here. What do we need to do? We need plastic sheets, so we need rubber. Where's my rubber? Rubber, okay. So, I've got some plastic sheets. We might actually already have the materials for this. So we need 3 furnaces. Oh, and I don't know. Do I have any cobble? Do I have any cobble? Do I have any cobble? I've got a crap ton of cobble, so we can make some furnaces. So let us. I got all my berries in here from my food. The berries have actually worked out pretty good in the berry medley. I'm actually also using them as I need one more. Decorative items for the lobby here. A couple people that saw my base said that they liked the way it looked, so I lowered the dirt, put it into the ground, and let these grow. I got the mallow and the blueberry. I've made the reeds kind of look a little built into the floor, and then I've got, these are still growing, I've got raspberry and blackberry over here, which helps kind of break up the areas that I want open and the areas I really don't care. So let's make this thing. So 3, 1, and 3. We've got our sludge boiler. Okay, so what do we need here? Now, the other thing about this sludge boiler is that it's kind of a pain because it's toxic. It produces toxins around it while you're working with it. What I may just do is I may just put it in place and kind of try to avoid it for now. But what you really want to do is you want to, I think it affects everything in a 3x3 or a 4x4x4 around it. So you want to make sure that it's not anywhere where you'll accidentally idle. So what do we need? We need to power it. So we've got some leadstone energy conduits. That should be fine. We've got a sludge boiler. We need a way to pipe the sludge. So what are the options that we have available to us? If I type in pipe, let's see here. Transport pipes. So in the new version of Buildcraft, they're now called fluid pipes. I think they were waterproof pipes before. So what I need is I need some cobblestone fluid pipes. So how do I do that? Cobblestone transport pipe, which is very easy to craft, plus some pipe sealant, which is created by cactus green, which I think I have some kicking around here. Where's my, I think we're over here. I believe I collected some cactus specifically for this. Yes, I did. Okay, so how do you create cactus green? Do you put it in here? Nope, that makes nature cactus juice, which is, as far as I can tell, useless. I'm not really up on how that works. Let's create about 4 of these. This setup works really well. I need to figure out a way to pipe some some charcoal up here. So we've got these. These are cactus greens. Cactus greens turn into pipe sealant. So then we go here, take some more cobble, and click, click. And now we've got a bunch of these. And then we turn them into cobblestone fluid pipes. Excellent. So let's go get that running here. Actually, hold on. I think I'm going to need some more sealant, because I just realized that Right below the harvester is the aqueous accumulator still. So, oh, whoops, we're going to need a little bit more pipe. So we'll just make a few more here. They're really easy. The thing you got to really watch when you're doing this stuff is that that's probably one thing I'm going to get going really quick is a cactus farm. If you run out of this stuff, it gets to be a real pain in the ass when you want to pipe stuff around and you don't have enough sealant to create these. So go down here. Oh, we got spawn happening in here. You're being attacked by a flying bat with a sword. Die. Okay. How about let's light it up in here? I stopped my turtle for a moment so he wouldn't destroy my planter. I'll have to move him forward a couple blocks. But okay, so sludge will come out of here. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Let's act quickly and decisively. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that like that for a moment. And let's go fix these torches. Because, see, I'm being smart. I didn't even put any torches on the floor. I just put them on the walls. Excellent. So, we've got power, and we've got sludge. So let's just go right down from here. How far can we go down? 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be far enough. I'll probably pretty it up a little bit once I get the rest of the floor built, but for now, let's just leave it as it is. Those trees start to get pretty loud. I'm going to also work on what are they called? Can't remember what they're called now. The sound dampeners, whatever they are. So, sludge boiler. I'm going to just drop it right here. You see, now it's powered, and it is going to create items. So I'm just going to put the iron chest off to the side of it here. For now, I don't really care. Come on. Shift click. There we go. Nope. Shift clicking is so hard when you don't have a platform to stand on. There we go. Oh, that's why. We're getting a little bit of lag here. Okay. Anyway, let's go back upstairs and connect this up. So once we connect this, skeleton, die. Okay. So once we connected that up, you should see the sludge is now pouring out of this thing. The sludge is worth pouring out of here, even if you're not going to use it right away, because once it's full, it stops making it. So if you ever have an idea that you're ever going to want to use this, find a tank or something and store it, even if you're not processing it right now. So it pours into here. You see, now I'm taking damage because I'm too close to it. But if we take a look, take a look, it's created tainted soil, dry dirt, mud ball, sand. There's actually a lot of useful items you can get out of this. So, and really, it's pretty minimal energy to run this thing, I think. I don't think there's much per tick. It fills up its buffer pretty quick, and you're mostly going to be waiting for sludge. You're not going to be using too much energy. And as you can see, this farm is still running. I think what I need to do is I need to drop another steam dynamo on here to get it running a little faster. But I mean, that's pretty much added a lot of stuff here. Now I can start to collect some blocks, which I didn't otherwise have. I can, get some pretty interesting stuff going on here. And really for not that much cost. I mean, I think the largest cost of later game items was these transfer nodes, which are you get 2 of them per recipe, but it does take an ender pearl to create them. So yeah, I need to either find some of those ender pearl bushes or get some serious end portals going here, so I can get a. Actually, that's the other thing I need to do very soon is to get a linking book to the Nether, a linking book to the end. All the different places I need to. I believe we've got the Deep Dark opened. I should probably get a linking book there as well. But for now, we've got a very nice new and improved tree farm system, and as you can see here, charcoal's almost full there. Charcoal is starting to fill up there. I'm not sure if that's just the stuff that I left in here. Has this stopped? Or no, it's just using energy. It's still filling up the buffer. What you should probably do is drop a leadstone energy cell in here so that there's a buffer when this thing starts to work. It just sucks its own internal energy away in, 0 time at all. And, we got oak wood, which is actually backed up at that level. So now if I need wood for creating stuff, I have it here. If I need charcoal, once this one fills up, which is getting close, and once this one fills up, which again also getting close, then I'll have a little chest of charcoal here. So I think we're in good shape. Starting in on my infinite power supplies. So and like I said later, the apples will come into play. The oak wood and charcoal will come into play in terms of generating power for everything, materials, and I'd say we're all good. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and I will talk to you later. See ya.